Aloha, everybody. This is Tiggy Maximus with Tiggy Maximus Talks, episode 64. Um, so, thank you guys for joining me on this little journey on YouTube, on this podcast, where I'm just going to be talking about, well, the usual stuff. This time, I'm only going to focus on UFC Fight Night tonight. Jan versus dvalishvili. Um, should be a good fight tonight. Great card. Um, I'm only gonna do the main card because that's the one that seems to be the most interesting fights on the card. 6 fights on the main card. It started at 3-ish today, so I just want to give you my picks. So between Jan and dvalishvili, it should be a good fight. dvalishvili has been climbing up the ladder, and he has a chance to go up against the former bantamweight champion, Jan. Jan has had a couple of hiccups lately. He lost to O'Malley by decision, and he lost to Funkmaster Aljamain Sterling by decision. Hopefully Peter Yan does get back on the saddle again, and I'm picking Yan to beat dvalishvili tonight. Next up we have Volkov going up against Romanov. I was a big fan of Romanov in the heavyweight division. He was undefeated up until he lost by split decision to Tibura. Now that Romanov gets to fight Volkov is a very formidable foe. Should be a good fight, actually. Quite possibly there might be an early stoppage, but I could possibly see this go 3 rounds. I am leaning towards Volkov beating Romanov here, unless Romanov decides to wrestle the entire 3 rounds. But hopefully Volkov can do something on his feet. So hopefully maybe the fight might be on its feet, and we'll see what both guys are made of. So honestly, I kind of like Volkov in this one. Maybe it might be a way for him to get back up on the ladder again. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, my choice is Volkov. Next up we have, this is actually a rescheduled fight, Krylov versus Ryan Spann. This was supposed to be a headliner for a fight night a few weeks ago, but Krylov got sick and they had to reschedule. So luckily for us fight fans, we got to see this fight tonight. I am picking Krylov to beat Ryan Spann. I do like Ryan Krylov in this one. Got some power. And if I remember correctly, I think Krylov actually knocked out Gustafsson, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so that's my pick. We also have Bautista going up against Canetti. That one's gonna be an easy one to call. I like Mario Bautista in this one. It's actually funny because that's actually the same name as my old neighbor's dad. So maybe I'm a little biased, but yeah, I'm picking Bautista to beat Canetti. And the fight that will start the main card tonight, and I think they're about to walk out right now. It's Petrino going up against Turkalij. This one, I've noticed that it might be a pretty even fight. It can go either way, but if you ask me, I might be leaning towards Petrino to win this one. It looks like he's been winning by knockouts or TKOs. This is his last 5 or 6 fights now, or maybe all 7 of them. I think the guy's undefeated. So those are my picks tonight. I'm picking Jan over dvalishvili, Volkov over Romanov, Krylov over Ryan Spann, Um, oh, Norma Gnamidov over Martinez. Um, forgot about that one. We also have Batista over Canetti and Petrino over Turkalej. So those are my fight picks tonight. Ride with them, follow them, have fun with the fights. Also, we have some XFL action. Um, Today it's the Sea Dragons going up against the Brahmas. Um, I think the Brahmas will win this one against the Sea Dragons tonight. The Roughnecks are playing the Guardians. Roughnecks haven't lost yet. Guardians have not won a game yet, but I think the Roughnecks will beat the Guardians tonight. And then tomorrow, I believe it's going to be Renegades versus the Battlehawks. And I'm picking the Renegades to beat the Battlehawks. And then we have the Vipers going up against the Defenders, and I'm picking the Defenders to beat the Vipers. So those are my XFL Week 4 picks. Ride them as well. And there's a couple of NBA games going on today. We got Celtics and Hawks. That's going to be a good one. Trae Young. You got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. I think I'm picking the Celtics to beat the Hawks tonight, and I believe there's a game between the Kings and the Suns. The Suns don't have Kevin Durant, but they do have Devin Booker. So, and the Kings are getting hot actually, and they actually moved up into the number 2 spot. So I'm picking the Kings to beat the Suns tonight. I think the Suns are actually favored by 4 points, but I think the Kings will beat the Suns tonight. So, and I did watch the Lakers Raptors game last night at Full Moon Sushi. I'll talk about the Full Moon Sushi later, but Lakers did win, and the Lakers have been winning a lot of games since the All-Star break and since they made those big trades. So, with D'Angelo Russell coming back, Malik Beasley hitting his threes, Hashimura making his big contribution, helping out Anthony Davis. Austin Reeves is like a featured shooter now. With all those pieces coming together, Dennis Schroeder doing pretty well. Honestly, the Lakers look a little bit intimidated, and they are looking like a dark horse now. So I like where the Lakers are going, because right now they're 1.5 games out of the number 5 seed in the Western Conference playoff picture. And that got me a lot excited, because not long ago the Lakers were in 13th place, and now they're looking at 5th place. And there's still like 15 games left to go in the season, so I'm pretty excited. So go Lakers! Woo! Also, 3 NCAA games today I want to mention. It's all for the conference championships. We'll start with SDSU going up against Utah State. I think that game just started. I am picking SDSU to win this one. Not only are they the regular season champions, but I think they're going to win the conference tournament, and they might get a 6 seed or a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament. Big dance. March Madness. Later today, Duke is playing Virginia for the ACC championship as well. Duke is looking pretty good the last few weeks. Virginia doing pretty well too. And these two actually had a very close game last time they met. Duke could have beaten Virginia, but things happen. I am picking Duke to beat Virginia tonight to win the ACC championship, and hopefully Duke will be moving up the seed ladder. So I think I last saw them be projected as number 7 seed, but they might go up to like number 6 or 5. So we'll see. And then tonight there's a game between UCLA and Arizona for the Pac-12 championship. If I'm not mistaken, this actually might be UCLA's final game in the Pac-12, because I think they're UCLA and USC are moving to the Big Ten. I'm not sure. I might have to read that correctly. If maybe both basketball and football are moving over to the Big Ten, or maybe it's just the football moving over to the Big Ten. So if UCLA, I don't think UCLA is going to stay in the Pac-12 for basketball because they've already kind of rubbed Pac-12 commissioners like the wrong way by leaving for the Big Ten. So I'll have to read more on that, but yeah. Tonight's game between UCLA and Arizona should be a good game. Both teams are in the top 10. I am picking UCLA to beat Arizona tonight. And with that, I think that might make UCLA one of the top one seeds in the NCAA tournament. So they might be the number one seed out in the West bracket. So who knows? It's the issue, UCLA. That'd be a good matchup. I like to see that. Alright guys, next time I'll talk to you guys, I'll be talking more about the comedy shows they went to recently, and the one on Thursday, and the one on Friday, and unless I already talked about it, but I don't mind talking about it again, so, good shows. I'll talk more about it later. Let's watch some fights, let's watch some football, watch some basketball, and hope you guys have a good weekend. Alright, talk to you guys pretty soon. Tiggy Maximus signing off. Booyaka!